What is up, everybody? This is TheRedHeadGamer, and I'd like to welcome you guys to my Mount and Blade little gameplay video here. Anyway, sorry about the lack of videos. As usual, college has been keeping me extremely busy. And it seems one night I was actually able to find the server. Too bad it was human versus bots, but oh well, we are still gonna have some fun here. And I really suck at Mount and Blade anyway, so, let's have some fun, shall we? I don't know about you people, but my life has been insanely hectic as of late. I have a bunch of stories to tell you all. So anyways, we watched these NPC Prussian guards kill some people. I guess I'll tell you some. So, today I nearly got hit by a car. Yeah, you heard that right. I nearly got hit by a car. I was walking to one of my friends' house, okay? I live on the other side of my campus in an area we call the Towers, which is what they like to nickname Little Compton because it's pretty much the ghetto of the campus. And over in the area where my friends live is the nice little apartments, which is like this nice big open apartment building which houses 4 people, and there's a bunch of nice stuff in it. And pretty much everybody just loves it and enjoys it because it's the most amazing place ever. It's where all the parties happen. It's where all that other stuff goes on that, everybody loves to do at college. So I'm making my way over there, and where I live in Iowa, by the way, so, there's a lot of snow, there's a lot of ice, we've been getting a few storms here and there, and basically it's just freaking cold, and there's a lot of ice everywhere, especially in the streets. And I finally come to this crossing, and I begin to make my way over, and I get up on the sidewalk, and as I do, all of a sudden I hear this screeching sounds. It was like, screech! And I'm like, whoa, what the heck was that? So I turn to my right, and right up in my face is 2 pairs of headlights staring me like straight in the face. I could not see anything. The headlights were straight in my face, and this car is coming straight towards me, and I am freaking the hell out right now. Like, I couldn't do anything. I was so shocked, man. I was standing still, staring at this headlight, and I knew, like, oh man, GG, son. I thought I was screwed, okay, because this guy was coming straight at me. And he hits the curb, and he stops, and I can't see who's driving the car because the headlights are so bright, and all of a sudden he backs up in the middle of the street as another car's coming, and then just floors it down the street. And right now I am crapping myself, man. Like, right before, as he's backing up, I'm doing like this little twitch, like it's really delayed because I didn't register that there was a car coming at me yet, and like I'm doing this weird limp jump out of the way type thing where it looks like my left ankle's broken, and I'm like, trying to get out of the way of this thing. Luckily it didn't come up the curb, but if he would have went over that curb, man, I would have been a red-headed stain on the concrete. Let me tell you, it would have been very unpleasant. So I finally make my way back over to my friend's house. And, I'm sitting there in his house, and I'm like, dude, I nearly got hit by a car. And he's like, really? And I'm like, yeah, and, I never thought much about it. Then later that night, we're watching Arrested Development and a few other things, and all of a sudden, I get a text on my phone, and it says, call me, and it's from a number I've never seen before, so I'm like, who the heck is sending me this text message, So I send back a text, and I'm like, yes. I just say yes because I have no idea who this is. And I get a text back a minute later that says, did you almost get hit by a car? And I'm thinking to myself, whoa, what? How the heck did they know that? I was the only one around at the time when that car almost hit me, and the only other person I could have thought of was the person driving the car, and I couldn't see him, so I had no idea who was the person driving this car, and I was freaking out. I was like, how the heck did they get my number? How do they know who I am? And, all this other stuff. Like, I'm freaking out right now, like, hardcore. So I call him, and I get no answer, and at this time I'm having like a horror movie moment where I'm like looking all around, and I'm like, who the heck's messing with me? Like, is he in the closet? Is he in the windows staring at me? Like, what's going on here? And all of a sudden I get a call from him, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I answer it, and it turns out it's one of my friends' roomies. So I'm like, oh, okay. For a second there, whatever. I was still angry, though. I thought for a second there I was going to get, like, nailed by a car, and that would have been it, man. Like, I would have been dead. GG, son. It's all over, And that was my day today. Yeah, pretty intense, let me tell you. Another thing that's been going on a lot in my life is I've been having a lot of flashbacks. I mean, I know that sounds weird, but it's just been something that's been going on a lot lately for some reason. Every time I hear the song Glycerine by Bush, you know, when it comes on, like, I just zone out. Like, I literally zone out. I'm staring into the distance, thinking about my life, and I'm like having flashbacks of like every time I've ever screwed up in my life. You know, like those times I should have asked a girl out on a date, those you know, those times I should have done something else, and you know, just a bunch of things that I really don't want to talk about because they're kind of personal, but you know, those kinds of things that just make you think, wow, I really screwed up there. You all know what I'm talking about. You know, we all have those moments where you just wish you could go back in time and seriously change them up. Because let me tell you, I've been reliving mine lately, and it's been very, very unpleasant. You know? Like, oh man, every time I think about it, it's like, wow, I just wish I could change that. You know? And speaking of things I wish I could change, I had a weird dream a few days ago. And in this dream, get this, okay? So I go to bed in the college radio station where I usually am, you know, and I'm just doing my thing, and I finally pass out on the couch. And all of a sudden, I'm back in my hometown in the parking lot of a Subway where I used to hang out. And right next to the Subway, there's an apartment complex with like a bunch of buildings in it, you know? So I'm usually doing what I always did. Like, I'm sitting on the front stairs, I'm just hanging out, doing whatever. And all of a sudden, in my dream, this little Latino kid, like 3 to 4 years old, comes down into the parking lot on a tricycle. Okay. Now, the first thing I'm thinking to myself is, where the heck's this kid's parents? You know, I'm looking around, there is no adult in the area whatsoever, except for me and this kid on his trike. So I'm looking around, I don't see anybody, and I go up to him and I'm like, hey kid, where's your parents, you know? Because I'm concerned right now. I'm like, where's this kid's parents? And he looks up at me, gives me this blank face of, you know, who the heck are you? Then he gets off his trike and runs into the apartment complex, jumps into one of the buildings through the lower window, and then just disappears. And I'm like, okay, where the heck is he? So I go back to the Subway and I sit on the front step because I have no idea what's going on. His trike is still there. And then a few minutes later, another Hispanic kid comes around about the same age, and this kid has a teddy bear. And, you know, I ask him the same question, you know, hey kid, where's your parents? And he drops his teddy bear, runs into the apartment complex, and he just disappears like that. And this whole thing repeats like multiple times. Like, each time it's some young Hispanic boy, about 3 to 4 years old, and he comes into the parking lot with a toy. Like, the toy always changes. Like, there was a teddy bear, there was a G.I. Joe doll, there was like a bunch of things, you know? And every time I ask him something, like, hey, kid, where's your parents? They just drop their toy in the middle of the parking lot, and they just run off into the apartment complex and vanish. So, finally, after like multiple times of this happening, I'm staring off into the distance, and I see this little Latina girl who's like 3 to 4 years old come walking into the parking lot. And she's all buckled up like she's prepared for a blizzard or a snowstorm. Like, she has the huge winter jacket, you know, that makes you look like a penguin. She has like her whole scarf wrapped around her mouth and neck and, you know, everything. She has big old gloves on, snow boots, snow pants, you know, you name it, pretty much. She has it. And she comes up and she sits on the step next to me, and she just sits there like looking at her feet real quick as she like moves them up and down, you know, like she's just hanging out. So I sit there like, what the heck's going on, for a minute, and then I go, hey kid, where's your parents? And she looks at me, stares at me for a moment, and then she goes, mi llamo Yamet. And I'm like, Okay, like, I understand a little bit of Spanish. I understand mi llamo is my name is, but I don't understand why she said Yamet. I mean, I understand it's supposed to be her name, but like, I don't understand what the heck that was about. Like, you know, Yamet. Like, is that another word in Spanish I don't know, or is that just some weird name that my dream decided to come up with? I don't know, but who cares? So, after that, I'm just staring at her for a bit, like, what the heck's going on? And she runs off into the apartment complex, like all the others did. So right now, the parking lot is full of all these toys from all the kids who came. Like, the trike's there, the G.I. Joe dolls are there, the teddy bears are there. This whole parking lot is just filled to the brim with, like, those kids' toys. So I'm confused as heck, and I stand up and I walk towards the apartment complex, and I look up at one of the buildings, and in the top window is the first kid who was riding the trike staring down at me from the window. And that's all of a sudden when I wake up. And, well, I thought I woke up. I actually was back in the station on the couch where I slept, but it was a lot darker than usual. Like, we only had one light on, and on my side of the door, like right above it, there was an Aliens poster, and that ain't usually there, when I'm in real life. So, there's an Aliens poster of the movie Aliens just sitting there, and I'm like, what the heck's that doing there? All of a sudden, I see one of my friends who also works in the station with me walk by the door, and this door has a small window at the top so you can peer in and see if people are working in the studio, and I just see him walk by, and I see his head and everything. And he's talking on a cell phone, and he looks, ahead, and he goes, "Yes, sir. No, sir. Yes, sir." And he basically does this for like a minute. And he finally says, "No, sir, he's asleep." So, I'm thinking at the time that this is, this is real life, and I'm thinking that's probably my professor wanting me to do something or something. So I yell out, "Hey, dude, I'm awake." And just as I do that, I wake right up. Like, I am awake and aware of everything, and I am back in the real world now. And yeah, that was the weirdest dream I've ever had. I have no idea why that is. So, I started talking about it a bit, and I finally get a phone call from this one person my friends told. And this person basically starts doing that whole dream interpretation thing, where they go on about your life and they try to find out what your dreams are and why you're having them and all these sorts of, I guess, mystical meanings and all that sort of crap, I suppose. So, I told her I grew up in a Latino majority neighborhood, because I did, most of the people where I lived were of Latino descent, and a few other things, and she basically tried to say that I miss my home. And in all honesty, I do a little bit, but I don't really think I miss it that much. And even then, why the heck were there so many kids with toys, leaving them in the middle of a parking lot? Like, I just don't get that, I really don't, but, oh well. That's just a weird dream I had. Thought I'd share it with y'all. It's really freaky, when I have those. Because I get this sudden feeling that I'm gonna die or something horrible, you know what I mean? Oh well. Let's get back to the game. As you can see, I've pretty much just been camping up in this little tower here, trying to get off shots at these Prussian soldiers. And it looks like they're actually starting to get close to the fort, and that's never a good thing, so let's hope we can hold them back a little bit longer. And I just took a bullet to the chest, and now I'm dead. Yeah, I fell off the tower too. There's no way I'm gonna survive that. Time to respawn in about 20 seconds, is it? Wow, that's a long time, but oh well. I still have 9 lives remaining, so I have plenty of time to waste. And it looks like the Prussians are starting to break through, so I think we need a little bit of a morale boost, everybody. I think it's about time we whip out the bagpipes. The almighty and powerful bagpipes. The one instrument that can inspire an army to march forward and fight to the death for its country. Man, do you hear that? Doesn't it just make you feel alive? And that guy just got dropped. Wow. That only goes to show you that the bagpipes make you immune to all sorts of damage. Unless you become too confident. Once you get really confident, you just screw yourself, honestly. I'm also going to grab this rifle here and some cartridges. And try to inspire these troops to do whatever. Though I'm pretty sure most of them don't really care about the great glorious power of the bagpipes, honestly. But I'm sure most of them do. Look at him running forward now that the piper is making his way forward. Also, let's get an infantry musket here so we can actually melee fight. I suck at melee, by the way. I'm just saying that now. I can't get used to the controls. No matter what I do, I always seem to miss with it. Because I misjudge where the bayonet's gonna go in the end. I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. I feel like I'm hitting him, but I'm not. That's how bad I am. Oh, crap. I just got double teamed. And then somebody comes in and cleans up my mess like it's nothing. It's like, okay, bro. Steal my limelight. I see how it is. Man, look at all that Prussian AI just swarming the area. You'd think they'd have something better to do, but apparently not. Apparently all they have to do is swarm the area and shoot us. I also love how they all gather up in that little river there. Like, look at them all up there. They're just sitting on the bank shooting at the fort like it's nothing. Let's see what we can do here now. Gotta get into the fray though first. Come on, we got this. Look at all that green though. You gotta love it when you see your allies killing people. Doesn't it just make you feel like you're powerful and that this is a huge war zone? Yeah, and I'm not gonna stay there. I don't want to get lit up by these guys. Let's try to find somewhere where I can take cover without worrying about getting shot. This will work fine, I suppose. You gotta love it when the guy next to you drops dead. It just gives you that feeling of, wow, you're about to get shot, bro. It's a time to retreat, you know? Luckily for me, though, I always have time to get out of the way, it seems. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes I do end up getting blown to bits, and that's never a fun experience. And wow, look at that collateral. Yep. Gotta love mass kills. Let's try to kill this guy now, but oh well. At least I was able to take out one of the NPCs in the back there. Just gotta keep on shooting now. Hopefully we don't get shot in the back or something. Looks like there's one over there. And I missed horribly. Oh well. Looks like the Prussians are starting to break through here. And they're shooting like madmen. And I just got lit up like there was nothing to it. Oh, that is never a nice experience. We only gotta hold it for what? 11 minutes and 50 seconds. Okay. That's cool. I think we got this. Look at them try. They're trying so hard. Let's see how far I can get by just playing the bagpipes. This is going to turn out very well, I can already tell. So let's run up forward here. Get past all this chaos that's going on, rockets being launched, bullets being shot through the air. And now let's play a song and see how far we get from here. Oh man, look at all these dead bodies. Ain't it just amazing to watch people drop all around you? It makes you feel really epic. Like you're bulletproof for this short moment in time before you eventually get stabbed with a bayonet or shot yourself. But until then, you can feel awesome. Look at all these Prussian troops trying to take us out. What do they have on me? Nothing. They think they're cool, but they're not. Oh man, that guy just got dropped. Luckily, I'm not him though. I'm still going forward. Oh, it looks like I'm about to get surrounded by Prussian troops, and it looks like they have a player coming up towards me now. This isn't gonna end well. Oh. Oh, I got shot. Oh well. Bagpipes, you have failed me. You would think that bagpipes make you immortal, but I guess not. I found that out the hard way when I took that bullet to the chest, I suppose. So far, it looks like we have it, but the Prussians are starting to push us back a bit, and that's never a good thing, completely. Sometimes it could be amazing, but other times it can be the most horrible thing to ever happen to you. So let's continue on forward here. We're gonna have to find this a gun so we can fight it back against these guys. Outside right now, it is currently a wintry mix. I went to the studio and did my shift, and all of a sudden, like, it's snowing out, so I'm walking, I'm just, okay, it's snowing, and then get back to my dorm. And by the time I get to my dorm, it's pouring rain, just like pure rain. It's storming and everything, and I'm like, wow, the weather just changed quickly. This escalated. And then back here, we got this huge charge going on. Man, look at this. It's chaos back here. That's amazing. There we go, got one. I really suck at melee combat. I'm just telling y'all now. It's the one thing in Napoleonic Wars I can't get over. I just find the bayonet stabbing weird. I always think I'm about to do it properly, but I always end up missing them by like an inch, and I'm like, wow, that was horrible. How did I manage that? And everybody over here is just preparing cannons and stuff, acting all cool. Let's see if I can get this guy. Yeah, I got him. Man, that's the one thing I love about Mount and Blade, though. These huge battles are just so epic. You know crap's about to go down and everything. Let's see. I don't see anybody around here, so I guess we should move up a bit. Yeah, let's start playing some songs. Because obviously, the bagpipes are an inspirational tool which can drive people into war. Bagpipes of war, I say. You know, it's always been a secret one of mine to learn how to use the bagpipes. I mean, if I ever learned how to play the bagpipes, that would be amazing. I just walk down the street every day playing them for the lulz. Looks like everything crazy's going on, but I don't see anything really. I think we've repelled them. There's like a huge blob of Prussians over here. That's kind of got me worried. Let's see if we can kill some. Nah, I missed. Uh-oh, what's this? Oh, they're going in for a charge now. Oh, I got him in the leg, but it didn't kill him. Oh man, now it's a huge push. Come on. Come on, kill somebody, dang it. I hate missing. Oh, they almost had me there. Gotta kill the player. Gotta kill the player. Oh, he got me. Whoa. Oh man, I'm so lucky friendly fire wasn't on right there. I would have been blown to smithereens. So let's just sit down here and reload now. Hopefully we got this. That charge is pretty epic though. He should do it again. That'd be something fun to fight off. Oh man, just look at this blob over here. It's like they're trying to kill me or something. Then again, that's probably what they're trying to do, knowing them. Them damn Prussians preparing for war and everything. Look at them. They're even trying to shoot me. Like, who do they think they are? I killed one of them, though. They don't have anything on me. They may think they do, but in all reality, they don't. It's all part of my master plan. And there's a lot of smoke everywhere. Luckily, I don't have lung problems, or I'd probably fall over and I'd start coughing up blood and die a slow, horrible death. But luckily, I don't. I'm just waiting for one of these people within my line of sight just to drop. Come on. There we go, got another one. We got this. Man. It's so hectic, I love it. I'm starving. Let me tell you, being a college student sucks, okay? Especially being a poor college student. You live off bowl noodles and water and all that stuff. Luckily, the dorms where I live has a water fountain, and if it wasn't for that water fountain, I'd probably die of dehydration. No joke. Oh man, look at all those Prussians in the distance. I'm just waiting for them to start charging now. That'd be epic. Oh, and I just got taken out with a headshot, no less. My brains have just been smeared all over the ground and everything. That is not cool, and that is not a great way to die. Not at all. Man. I love how the AI just like bunches up. If I knew how to use artillery, I'd go artillery right now. But I'm too much of a peasant to know how to use the fine artillery pieces on the battlefield to kill the enemy. Let's see. Okay, this is an infantry musket. And found some cartridges. This is gonna be good. We got this. Okay, now they're swarming from the left. This ain't cool. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to take them out here with a bullet. Come on. Yeah, I got him. Come on. Oh, how did I miss that? Come on now. That should have been like a point blank shot. His blood should have been smeared all over the place. Oh crap, that's an enemy. What am I doing? Come on, we got this. Yeah, I think it's safe to say we got this. I'm just gonna reload in the safety of this back area here. I love Napoleonic Wars, but it takes so long just to reload your musket. I mean, I know that's realistic and all, but dang it. You know? Last thing I want to do is sit still for 5 seconds reloading. Though it does kind of give you that tense moment of, am I gonna get shot or stabbed in the back here? If you know what I mean. I don't know if you do, but for those of you who do, you know the sort of tense feeling it gives you. It's not as tense as, say, playing SCP or Slender or one of those games, but you know, it's up there. In my opinion, at least. God, look at that blob. They're making this too easy. I'm getting shots off left and right here, and I'm actually hitting people. That's not cool. Well, then against the AI, and it looks like they're coming in for another charge. Come on, I'm almost done reloading here. Boom. Got one. Uh-oh, they're getting really close. I'm not liking this. Come on, reload. Reload. Oh, come on, that should have been a kill. That was like right in his gut. You know what sounds really good right now? A chicken tender wrap with lettuce, onions, jalapenos, maybe some barbecue sauce or chipotle sauce. I can't really decide today. I've also been having a hardcore craving for Burger King. I haven't had fast food in so long now, and now that I'm starving, I guess anything sounds good. I'd get myself 2 double cheeseburgers with a large fry, and I'll have them make an Arnold Palmer, mix some iced tea together with lemonade. That'd be perfect. Oh, come on, how did I get shot from that distance? That is not cool. I was in the back to top it all off. Come on now. Oh well. Unless the Prussians make some valiant push forward here in 20 seconds, I don't think they're going to be able to win this game. Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say we've won this. The brave British soldiers have been holding off the Prussians. And would you look at that, United Kingdom won. So yeah, I got 15 kills and 9 deaths. Oh, KD, that's so important in Mount and Blade, haha. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope to see you guys next time. You all have a good one, you hear?